Hi, good morning. This is Valerie with Gimme Lip and More, and today we are doing another collab. Surprise! All right, so I am going to collab again with Miss Angie. We have done several photo inspiration collaborations from her photo inspiration series. We've done 3 so far, and I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a 4th one. But today we are doing a twisted palette bingo. Let me tell you how that works. So you get 5 shades, but as you get each shade, you have to apply them. So you have to decide with each shade where they're going to go instead of getting all 5 and then coming up with a look. So the first shade, whatever color it is, you're going to decide which part of the eye you're going to put it on. So it's a little different. It's a little more intense, but those are my favorite. And if you don't know Miss Angie of 4F Beauty, where have you been? She is so wonderful. She has her series again, and I think one of my favorite things is she does really in-depth tutorials that are great for beginners because she doesn't leave anyone out. Now, if that style is too slow, you can either speed it up or skip ahead or skip around, but she provides all of the information for every level of makeup lover. And that's good because, you know, some people don't really cater to beginners. So I think that's a wonderful thing that she does that. So I have sent her 5 emails, and I don't know what palette she's using, and I don't know what, she's going to get, obviously. And I'm excited to see what she comes up with. I couldn't wait to play with the Ace Beaute's Oceanic palette. Dun, dun, dun. So this is the outside of it. Let me show you the inside. It's brand new. Hasn't been touched. Even have to take out the plastic. Look at that color story. Now, I know that there's been lots of looks done with this, but I haven't done a look with this yet, and I am so excited. And I thought my first round with a palette bingo would be a good thing because I don't always use a lot of blues. Blue is not my go-to color, but I do love greens. So this will, get me out of my comfort zone. And I'm excited about that. I have primed my eyes already. I use MAC Paint Pot, and it is Bare Study. It has a little bit of a shimmer to it. But for me, that works fine. I know other people use different things from MAC Paint Pots, different colors, but this seems to work well for me as a base. All right, so you ready? Let's go. All right, so let me get my computer working properly. And so Angie says, "Hey Val, thank you so much for wanting to do this collab with me. So exciting." Okay, here we go. Your first shade is 8. All right, so, oh my goodness. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's a green. It's Turtle is the name of it. It's beautiful. It's so I just like playing with makeup. So it's a very dark green, and again, the name of it is Turtle. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and swatch it for you just so you can see how, look at that. So with that being said, I there are other dark shades, there are light shades, there are, you know, this one is a matte, there are shimmers. I don't know what's going to happen next, but I really like the thought of that color in my outer V and, you know, deep in the crease. So, you know, normally I put that color down later, but I'm going to go ahead and start with it in my outer V. Oh. And bring it into the crease. Oh my goodness. And I may have to, you know, depending on how it gets covered, I may have to, I'm going to go ahead in like a third of from my outer, because that's what I normally like to do. This color is just gorgeous though. And I'm not bringing it up high because I wouldn't normally bring it up high. And again, I'm just putting it in like the outer third and then bringing it into my crease, the deep. And I may have to reapply because I'm not sure what the other colors are, how much is gonna peek through, or if I will need to add some more, but that's where this shade is going to live. I love the pigmentation of the Ace Beaute. It's very bold, it's very bam in your face, but that's what I like about it. And I own the Paradise collection and the Flare palette, so this is my 6th palette from this particular brand. Again, they're like one of my favorites. Now sometimes I take this darker color and I run it under my lower lash line, but I'm not going to do that today. We're going to take a chance, and we may regret that later, but we are still going to just take a chance and see what happens. All right, so shade number 1 is down in the outer V. All right, so let's see where, what shade number 2 is. Okay, so here's what Angie says. That's the first shade applied. Hope you chose well. A shade number 2 is 4. Ooh, it is, okay, so try not to blind you with the mirror. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is so pretty, and it's blue clam. And ooh, we might have a really dark, smoky look today. Wasn't, you know, what? That's what I love about these palette bingos. You know, you just don't know. So I'm going to take a big fluffy brush, dip in very lightly, and I'm going to go into my crease. Oh, this color is pretty. And again, what I don't think I would have even ever, I'm not sure when I would have chosen that particular color, but so we're using this as our crease color, and it is blending into the green, but the green is, you know, not as intense as it was because you know, this blue is a pretty dark shade also, which is fine. That's fine. I will probably go back and deepen it up with that deep green because, but they're very similar in what's the word? They're both very deep colors, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I think again, I don't normally wear a bunch of blue, but this palette might inspire me to wear more blue than I normally do. Oh, I am just, and then I'm just sort of kind of, you know, making it, what's the word I'm looking for? Just blending. I am going to go in with, this is a fluffy brush with no product, just to sort of kind of, you know, get the edges a little less edgy. I am going to work today. And, oh, but wow, I like that. I don't normally, so we're going to do something a little bit different. Again, we don't normally wear this color, and that's okay. We're getting to experiment. We are going to go ahead with the blue and run it under, smoke it out a little bit. Okay, I'm going to find a little bit smaller brush. I want a fluffy brush, but a little smaller. Hold on. This is a little smaller. I'm going to go with that same color very lightly, and I'm going to smoke that out under, because I think we're going to have sort of kind of a blue-green smoky eye. And I'm not, I guess I'm coming in about 2/3, and I'm just going in really light. And I'm being very light-handed because these colors are so bold and intense. You know, I only have 2 shades on my eyes, and I'm like, yeah, I really like these colors. Even, and I would have never picked these 2 really bold dark colors to start off with, ever. But palette bingo, here we come. Twisted palette bingo makes it even more fun. Oh, goodness. I'm not sure what that says about me. I haven't had any coffee yet. Oh, man. I am wearing my, for work, my scrubs are navy blue, so, you know. All right. So, that is that. We're going to go to shade number 3. Ready? It says, Angie says, 2 down, 3 to go. So shade number 3 is 3. Oh, this shade is so pretty. The name of it is Mykonos. Oh gosh, I'm slaughtering things early this morning. It is this shimmery, because we go 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Oh, where do we want it? I think I want that in the front half. Do I want that in the front half? The front? Do I want to put that in the middle of my lid? Or do I want to put that? You know what? Here's what we're going to do, because I feel like I need to go ahead and deepen up the outer edge with the turtle. So I'm going to go ahead and deepen that up while because I'm going to go ahead and deepen the turtle look up. And so that's what we're doing right now. And we're trying to decide, are we going to put it at the very beginning, the Mykonos shade, or we're going to put it at the very beginning, or we're going to put it in the middle, or we're going to do the first 2/3, because we can do that while I touch up, because I definitely want to touch up. And it's neat because it's not really, the blue is so dark, it's not I wouldn't say deepening, maybe wouldn't be quite the right word, but it is, you know, making it, I can tell that it's green, but with that dark blue, it doesn't show up as well as it did before. Not complaining. I do like the look. Had the smoky blue eye. Let's see how that shade applies with nothing, okay? And I am gonna put it I'm gonna put it on the first 2/3, I've decided. So I've took the brush and I'm just putting that color on, and without anything, I'm not seeing a big payoff return, so I'm gonna spray my brush and see how that works and pack it on. But you know, that's not giving me the payoff I want either right now. So I'm going to take another brush as soon as I find it. And I am going to put some glitter glue on my lid at the front so I can go ahead and put that shiny shade on the front 2/3, the first 2/3 on the lid. Goodness gracious, nothing like getting tongue-tied, huh? You know, I'm gonna go in with my finger for a moment. There we go. I'm having a hard time picking up this shade with my brush, but I love that color. Oh. All right, let me put on, let's make both eyes even. So I put this glitter glue on my brush, and then I put the glitter glue on my eye, and then I dip the brush into the shadow, and more of the shadow stays on my brush and doesn't come off the brush. So that's why I'm like using my finger now, just so you know. Oh my goodness, that color though is amazing. And I'm just packing it on because it's so pretty. And what I did not show you, and so I'm going to back up now because, well, sometimes I do that. So that very first shade that we used was Turtle, and that's what that looked like. And then the very second shade was this blue Clam. And then the shade that we're using right now is this one. So that is the first 3 shades. So we put this in the outer V, this in the crease and under the lash line, and then this on the first 2/3 of the lid. Now we don't know, we have 2 more shades to go, and we don't know what they are. And I'm gonna even out my eyes a little bit because I have more on one eye than the other, and I'd like to make sure that they're more even than they currently are. So I'm gonna do that. Oh my goodness, I really like that color though. Wow. sorry, just staring at myself in the mirror at these shades. I would have never picked this, but I like it. All right, so shade number 4. All right, right. Wonder what shade 4 will be. It's 13, my lucky number. All right, let's see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is 13 right here. And it is seaweed. It's olive green. I'm going to go ahead and swatch this for you. This is our 4th shade. Oh, wow. All right. So I am very lightly going to put that up. That's where I'm going to put that. Very, very lightly with a fluffy brush. I'm going to go above that blue. Oh. Oh, I ran that high on that side. I'll have to bring it down. I like that though. And I would have never tried that either. And now I'm just evening them out. Oh. And I'm gonna also put that under my lash line over that blue, because I do like the way those two shades look together. Yeah, this is a blue-green smoky eye. I'm gonna get another fluffy brush with, this one has no product on it, and I'm just blending those colors. That's it. Then I'm going to take a smaller brush, dip into seaweed, and run that on top of the blue that's already down. And I'm just putting it in the outer 2/3 on the lower lash line and just blending those two colors together. Ooh. I did put some shadow in my eye because what kind of look would I be doing if I didn't? So that's where we are so far. We have one more shade left. I don't have anything for my inner corner yet. So let's see if where this is gonna go. All right. It says drum roll. Final shade, hope it's a good one, is shade number 6. Can't wait to see the look this produces. Thank you again for collaborating with me. And let me show you. It's shade number 6. And you know what? I got really excited because I thought it was shade number 11, but it's not. It's 6. Now, it's not a bad shade at all. It's just not one I was expecting. But again, who would be? All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's this shade right here. So, oh, that shade is called Bali. So let me swatch that for you. And this is going in the inner corner. And this is what, so that's our 5 shades. And that's a really pretty color story. Though I would have never chose that. And had I chose it, I would have put it on differently. So this shade is gonna go in my inner corner and the first third under my lower lash line. So let me get a baby brush to do that with. I wonder what work's gonna think about me today. Wonder. They're gonna be like, she an oddball. That's All right, so we are putting that right, ooh, right there. And you know, it's a matte, but it is a lot, it's one of the lightest shades I've used. So even though it's not a sparkly color, with it being the lightest shade, it is showing up really, really well. And I like to put like just a little tiny bit right there. I wouldn't even say that's a third of the upper lid. And then of course in the inner corner, and then the first third. Now this particular shade seems to be much more powdery than the other shades that I've used. Like when I dip into this one, there's definitely more kick up in the pan, which does not bother me, but just so you know. But I didn't experience that amount. I didn't really experience kick up with the other shades, but I am with this one. It's very powdery. So that, this is our look so far. And I haven't decided now, because that shade was so powdery, I do have some fallout. I'm gonna go ahead and dust that off. I am pleased with this though. I made good choices in the order that I was gotten. So the palette goddesses were good to me today. Angie, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see your look. And this is awesome. Thank you so much, because you know, not everybody wants to do this twisted palette bingo with me, because it is more challenging than a regular one. Anyway, I'm going to show you the whole palette again, because it's just, look at that. Ah, it's just, it makes my heart sing. So I can't wait to play with it again, because I definitely want to use that. Yes. All right, so, and this is a first impression of this particular palette. I had never, you know, used it before. I am going to go ahead and go off camera, and I'm going to put something on my waterline and eyebrows and lips, you know, all of those things. So I'll be right. All right, this is my finished look, and I'm really happy with it. So I'm no longer on a no-buy, so I've had the opportunity to try all kinds of new things. And so the palette is, again, Ace Beaute's newest palette, the blue-green one. On my waterline, I have Urban Decay 24/7, and the color is Goddess. It's a like navy blue, and I thought that's really pretty with this. Then I use for brows, I always use the same thing, but if you're new here, you wouldn't know what that was. It is Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer. This. And it just gives me these fluffy werewolf brows that I seem to enjoy. For mascara, I do use, where did it go? I just had it. Oh, it's the Essence, and it's lash extension mascara with lengthening fibers. I put this on as a base coat. You know, some people use a primer, so this is sort of kind of like my primer, and then I follow it up with something more intense like the Bad Gal Bang. And now my lashes, my lower lashes, I'm usually pretty happy with, but my upper lashes never look as lashy as I want, you know. So I had all kinds of points for Ulta, so I was like, you know, I'm gonna try some new things. So I bought the face palette by NARS. And what is this one called? Exposed. It's a cheek palette. And for the highlighter, I used, I don't see the shade names, but I used this really light. That's what's on the tip of my nose, my highlighter. I did put some on the inner corner on top of that very light blue. And then for the blush, I did go in with this shade, and I even did a little bit of bronzing, contouring stuff with this shade. So I normally use Juvia's Place's blushes. This is not near as pigmented. You have to build it up. So I was like going really light, and I was like, wait, where is it? Where is it? I can't. Oh, it needs another layer. Oh, it needs another layer. Juvia's Place blushes, you have to go in with a very lightest hand, or you will have a stripe of that color. So do I like this? I don't know yet. I'm so spoiled with Juvia's Place blushes. Juvia's Place blushes, I don't know if I could ever pan. I hope they come out with some more shades, because that's my favorite blush formula. It's like, bam! These shades are beautiful. They're beautiful, but I'm spoiled. It just takes me a while to get that color. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. I did also buy, while I'm buying stuff, Cali Kissed face palette by Smashbox, because I like to mix colors. And I also used this shade here with the highlighter, and then I used this shade with the blush as a blush topper to make it a little shiny. And again, there's nothing wrong except that they're very light, and I'm used to wow. And so I don't know if they're going to live with me forever, or if they're going to be returned, or if I'm going to gift them. I am going to play with them a few more times. This is first impressions for using these, but my initial impression is like, who has time to build blush up? I don't have 3 days. That's what I do. Yes. All right. I'm going to stop right there. Now, for lips. I went with, since this eye look is so smoky, I went with something for me, nude, and Colored Rain was having a sale, and I like Colored Rain products. So the really light color is Colored Rain, and it is Sugar. Let me swatch that for you. It is really, really pretty. So there it is. And if you know me or you've been here, I like to mix stuff up. So then I went in just pretty much in the middle with Empire. It's also, so the Colored Rain Sugar color is a nude matte, and this is a shimmery metallic brown color, and it's darker, and I will swatch that also for you. There we go. So it's these two colors together, but I like mixing, well, everything: blush, highlighter, eyeshadows, lips, but I really like using two different lips. I think my lips should be have just as much dimension as my eyes. Plus I have hooded eyes, so you can't always see the dimension on my eyes. So for me, it's really important that my lips are, really cute. So this color is, I don't know if I said it, it's Empire by Colored Rain. And these were like on sale for like $5. And I have a eyeshadow problem. I like palettes, I like singles, and I have a lippy problem. But these two colors together, I really like. Now they can both stand alone. I just like mixing all my shades. So this is the shades that we got for the eyeshadows, and this is just what I made up because, well, that's how I am. I cannot wait to see Miss Angie's look. And it's, when I look in the mirror or the camera, I'm like, I do like this. I think the lip makes it plain enough that I can get away with this for work without them going, what are you doing wearing blue eyeshadow to work? And I do like the blush. I mean, I like the blush and the highlighter. It's just, it needed more building up. And do you want to spend that much time on blush and highlighter? That, so time is money. And if I spend that much money on a product, I don't know if I want to spend that much time on it. But, I'm spoiled. I'm used to using Juvia's Place, and that is really, really bright. I didn't swatch the blushes. They're light. And I'm fair. I'm a pretty, I do have freckles, but overall I'm pretty fair. So I'm like, I don't know if those palettes would work for people with deeper, darker skin, because I'm pretty fair. I had to build them up, and I'm like, because both of these palettes cost a lot more than the blushes from Juvia's Place. So I'm like going, I'm not so sure if that's but I'd never tried, I don't believe I owned anything by NARS. And Smashbox, I think I owned a eyeshadow primer. I don't usually buy things from NARS or Smashbox because I like indie brands, and I like indie brands even more now after trying those. Anyway, I'm sure it's somebody's favorite. I'm sure somebody absolutely loves it. And if you only want a hint of color, like, I guess that's what it's for. I like blush. If I'm going to put blush on, I want you to know that I got blush on. But not everybody feels the way that I do about eyeshadows or lips or blush. I never do a no makeup look. No. If I have makeup on, I have makeup on. Either have makeup on or don't have makeup on. But I can't imagine spending money for a no makeup look. Is there anything wrong with those looks? Absolutely not. Everybody has a different style. It's just not mine. All right. Well, if you're new here, from Angie's channel or not, welcome. I'm so glad that you joined me today. And all of my favorites, you already know who you are. All right. Well, I hope to see each and every one of you again soon. Bye.